When I started this series, if you would have told me I had to bet on either an indoor tower garden or outdoor, honestly, I probably would have put my money on the outdoor tower garden. I mean, the sun is pretty tough to beat. However, after you see this video, like me, you might just start edging your bets towards the indoor tower garden, because this is my indoor tower garden currently. Thriving. I have these beautiful bean and pea vines heading right up to the top of the cage. Things are doing really well. Every single plant is thriving in this garden right now. And then if we go over and look at our outdoor tower garden, oh God. Well, let's compare the bean plant, okay? So the bean plant in the indoor tower garden right here, really hardly any leaf damage, looks beautiful, green, heading straight up. And now let's compare the bean plant on the outdoor tower garden. Okay, well, everything else on this tower garden got completely destroyed by the wind. Planted everything in this outdoor tower garden the same time I did my indoor, without realizing that the seasonal winds were about to kick up and not stop for a while. So not only did the wind completely destroy all the plants that were in here, it also rained a lot. And after it destroyed the plants, all that rain went in the holes and filled the tower garden, creating a whole pH imbalance. It really threw my outdoor tower garden for a complete loop. And now I have to kind of reset the tower garden. So the wind, what am I gonna do about the wind? So I actually found a really nice spot over by my pool next to our fence. I'm gonna put the tower garden up there. Then I'm gonna put up these 2 trellis that I got to kind of try to block the wind even more. See if that helps. See if that gets me to a place where I can at least fill this thing up, get my pH, my EC set, put it all back together, and put my plants back in. All right, so I got a lot of the plants back in the tower garden. Some of them I had to actually start back over from seed all over again, so that's gonna throw off everything. But I do have a lot of the plants in here still, and the green beans survived, and it looks like my butternut squash survived as well. So we're gonna hope they grab onto that trellis soon and just hold on for a wild ride. Even as I was putting the seedlings into the tower garden, they were getting beaten and battered and blown around. So I went and found a piece of plywood and leaned it up against the fence, and that's gonna block wind even more. It's also gonna block light, unfortunately, but the wind is just such a detriment to my gardens right now. It is just constantly windy here in Hawaii, and that can create quite a few problems, not only for the plant's strength, it can break the plants and rip them right out of the tower garden, but it also makes transpiration really tough. When there's that much air passing over the stomata and the bottom of the leaves, it makes it hard for the plant to breathe, so to speak. So ensuring that we're blocking the wind and having the adequate amount of air flow over and under our leaves is really important. Right now, that's not happening. My plants are getting beaten and battered, and I have to figure out a better way to protect them from the elements outside. And I guess that brings me to the lesson I learned here. The beautiful thing about indoor gardening is you control all those variables. I mean, I have fans set up in here aiming at precise locations on the tower garden just to make sure certain plants get a little more wind than other plants, and we have constantly moving air in here. I have an air conditioner blowing nice cool air into here, as well as a whole screen cage that I made to keep pests out. With indoor gardening, you really can optimize every single area, where with outdoor gardening, you're just absolutely at the mercy of nature. Now, this optimization is going to pay off a lot in the vegetative stage, but my question is, will I be able to beat what the sun can do in the fruiting stage? That's going to be the real game changer here, is if I can grow the same amount of like tomatoes, cucumbers, peas, beans, squash, zucchini, all that stuff inside as I can outside. Because when it comes down to those kind of plants, they require an insane amount of sunlight. And I don't know if I have the photon density to match what the sun can do when it comes down to that point. I think we may start to see the tide shift in favor of the sun, because the sun is just so hard to beat. That being said, I absolutely lined this cage with lights. Right now I have 12 4-foot LED strip lights in here of varying wavelengths, from ultraviolet to a warmer wavelength, and most of what I have running right now, because I'm in the vegetative stage, is my cool white full spectrum lights. I'll link everything down in the description box below that I used in this cage. I can tell you that this is plenty of light right now for what I'm working with. As the plants begin to go into the fruiting stage, I am gonna bring in 3 more warmer temperature full spectrum 4-foot light strips as well, just to add that additional light. So this is gonna be about precision and control and fine tuning, optimization versus the raw, absolute sheer power of nature. I, for one, am extremely excited to see how this whole series goes. I'm also doing a soil garden as a bit of a control so we can see tower gardens versus soil as well. Make sure you're subscribed for all of that, and I look forward to reading your comments down below. Till the next video, let's grow together.